Welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm so glad you're here. We are just gonna do the base for this. Get all the appropriate things in place, and then we're gonna call it. Gonna be a quick one today. Theoretically. I feel like everything's super loud. Am I just turned up or something? Oh yeah, I am. I'm way up. Alright, it's me, not you. We're putting in the most expensive power connectors known to man. Okay. Nuclear pasta. I'm saying, I don't know, extra beefy 7x7. And then we know we have at least 3. I guess we're going to have to do a double. What is the nuclear pasta? Do I have everything I need on me to plop one of these? Cooling systems. Ooh. We haven't even touched cooling systems. I'm glad we gave it some extra space at least. It is a 5x5, or at least it's... Who knows if it's vertically even gonna fit on a blueprint. Man! It's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. But I say that all the time. Anyway, the point is checking to make sure we know what goes into nuclear pasta. I'm sure it's carbon or copper powder and pressure cube. We are correct. So we need 4 inputs and then 1 output. 6 of them. Now we've got all this copper powder. Hey, got some steel pipes coming in. We've got all this copper powder. Oh, it's way down here. We haven't even started bringing it in yet. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll just pull this all the way out. So we need at least 3 for the copper powder. And then I think 1 back for the pasta, assuming we want to bring the pasta back in this area. I guess we could drop the pasta back into over here and ship it out. Do I even know what the next step is this? The next step for this is... Not really. So we'll keep it for now. Which means I don't think we need to bring it over here. Whatever we choose, we'll be able to bring it without too much problem. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two, 3, 4, 5. That one's rotated wrong. No! Not close enough. I should probably set this up with pressure. Nothing like item pressure to confirm things are working. After yesterday's debacle. So I guess that was a Monday's debacle technically. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. You connect into there. You connect into there. Gonna have to go up and under. Almost like an underground conveyor. That's a joke that no one will get. Alright, and we'll just move the copper powder over here. Confirmed on all 3 belts. 16 the hard way. Sadly, the first one was somehow wrong. Mostly that way, I only have to fix one of them instead of two. Yeah. We'll put it here. And then we'll bring the Oh, I haven't even connected this quite yet. So this needs to go kind of here-ish. Of course, right now we got to turn this. So accept this upload. We're keeping the actual current state of the cube on the bottom level. So now our pressure cubes can go across, like so. So the bottom, I think, is all copper powder. And then this one is half and half. We'll leave, well, I guess I'm kind of committing to sending the pasta out here. Part of me wants to say that's probably for the best. Technically, this, if I'm gonna do that, then this should be one level higher. This whole thing's kind of busted. It's kind of blowing backwards because if we're gonna move it, we might as well move the completed cube on this bottom level. Like I said, the cubes have universally worked that way. These are now wrong. Okay, so now the pasta goes out that way. And then we need another one of these on top. And then we'll go up and out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 1, 2. That. Then we'll connect these guys. I'm gonna have so much copper powder in my inventory. This is gonna be gross. Once you have a little bit of copper powder, it's everywhere. You never can get rid of it all. Now that is a setup. This one goes in. 1, 2, out. 1, 2. Pretty sure that one is supposed to be our nuclear pasta outflow. This one can be on the ground. If we start at the very back, it's much easier. This one is right above that one. And this one's right above that one. Right above, I said. Right above. Yes. And then this guy, I think we'll just put it kind of up there. It's a little high, but it's fine. There we go. And then we can connect all of this straight down. It's a slight tweak to the line, but it's very subtle. Hard to notice it if you notice it at all. We already know we've got an absolute ton of the copper storage, or copper powder stored. But I'm sure that I'm not going to let that stop me. Then we need to bring in the current state of the cube. And then we'll bring in the cubes. It looks like we've got a bunch of them, and it's like a strong level of supply, but in reality, it's all right. And then on the way out, we'll buffer them as well. Yep, see, that was all of them. We've got exactly 150 pressure cubes. Technically, though, it's enough for us to complete phase 4. I am totally off subject for a second. I was curious what the modular engine goes into the thermal propulsion. We theoretically should be peeling off a couple of fused frames. That's exactly what I was afraid of. And then the turbo motors. Turbo motors take cooling systems. The rockets take cooling systems directly. Yeah, this is definitely a nitrogen cooling system factory. Bring in these modular engines type solution. And we might have to make just another tower of this, which means an absolute ton of casings. Oh man, that's a lot of casings. I think that's about high enough. These bases don't need to be super ginormous. Pretty straightforward here to just put this in and cap this perfectly. This actually would have been a good place for steel. I could have run this iron. I think there was a little bit more iron that I might have covered up over to that coal. We could have made a significant amount of steel pipes or steel beams. Too late now. Well, not too late, but too late. We should still see copper powder flowing in. And then when we're ready, we'll just work this stuff. I think I'm going to put a little light in here. Cyan's a little brighter. Okay, I'm liking the looks of this. Let's call it. It's gonna be a weird thumbnail, but we'll give it a shot. Thanks for hanging out. Next episode, we'll probably do the blueprint and the build. We really don't need that many. I mean, at this point, let's look at the nuclear pasta. The reason why we have so many copper powders is because it's so demanding. 100 per minute for one nuclear pasta. Ooh, and it's half a pressure cube per minute. So that's basically, oh my god, we're talking theoretically 80 of these. We're not building 80 of these. That's way too many. But we theoretically have the power to do that. I'm going to say something like 10's enough. We're not making enough of these because we don't have the casings. I don't want to get too lost in the sauce here, but is it that our drones are not drawing these casings over fast enough? Yeah, they're totally full, then they're not. They're not maximized. It's just one of those things about the drones. My guess, we'll go over here and we'll find 2 drone ports basically full. Man, that hyper cannon is terrible. What is with this area right here? Just a lookout point. A yellow power slug. Another yellow power slug. And another one right there. Easy mode. They're both full. Ooh, did we empty out all of our casings? Not all of them, but we're getting there. We're down to 4 industrial storage containers. Oh no. Oh, the factory's probably got some sort of clog in it. No silica. We're gonna have to sit down and have a very serious talk with our... Oh, you know what the real problem is? Is we're not letting copper sheets loose, maybe. Bringing in coal. Copper sheets. If we put a lot of work into storing more heat sinks, it might result in making more because now that's going to leave room. Not a ton of room, I guess. But it is going to leave room to make more heat sinks, which will draw more copper sheets. Which will loosen up the copper sheet supply. Actually, the copper sheet supply is not part of the issue, it looks like. I just think we need more silica. Though, I thought I was doing a silica swap. Yeah, swap copper sheet to silica. Outgoing. Incoming is empty. Let's check on our computer factory. And see why we're not getting the silica delivery. I guess it's possible these guys are not using any copper sheets. There it is. We're not using enough copper sheets over here to allow for the silica swap. Our computers are totally and completely full. That's what you're about to tell me? Yes. More casings. Why do I see this set up to go in but not seeing anything come out? Oh, that's because we don't really have a huge demand set up for that. Right? Yeah. Let's get some coupons, shall we? I could go through the trouble of setting this up to have a perfectly balanced overflow. That's a lot of computers just to throw away, but we're throwing them away. We've got a whole box just dedicated to evenly distributing the act of throwing things away. Now we should be working those copper sheets. So the copper sheets can be delivered from the aluminum factory, and the silica that we're making from this part of the silica quartz factory can get swapped in and out. it'll take a couple trips for the aluminum factory to balance itself back out. And, the other problem is we're not using any sheet as part of a connected solution. I'm going to drop this. I might as well drop it in the center one. Give everybody a little casing. So it's not the production of the casings that's the problem. It's the transportation of the casings. I don't want to add another drone port. I might have to add one over there that sends casings over here into one of these drone ports, because obviously every second this thing is empty, it's not great. 450 items per minute is not great. What did I do? I brought those down into a single and then divided those from there. And everybody's favorite. Oh, this isn't the splitter. Whoops. This is the splitter. Everybody's favorite unreliable splitter. But I think we're good. And we're ready to finish off this part of the complex with building our nuclear pasta. But we'll deal with that in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.